Bunker now in the back of Cash, though. This is where things can become a little bit dangerous. That is a very slow fire rate LMG, and you don't want to be taking a direct confrontation against the AK-12, and you'll get gunned down in the corner.
You certainly will. Lumen just snatches that opportunity. R6 Ghost will find Willie as well, and it's starting to unravel here a bit for Team Glaz. He could potentially be bowing out of the competition. 2 versus 5 as Adobe Photoshop is down. But not out of the situation. A little flank from below. Almost find something. Ubilon will find DFG as they hop through the hatch. Lumen though is inside of sight, just getting aggressive. Ubilon will be immediately refragged. And it's a 1 versus 4, but it's not going to happen. DFG's there to finish it off, and Team Blitz, they will very successfully finish off that game 7-1 on Clubhouse.
Yeah, ultimately a dominant win for Team Blitz, and that's exactly what they'd be looking to do, right? You want to keep going as far as you can through this competition, and just making sure that you come in, you get these wins when you can very comfortably. You know, there's part of you that looks at this and goes, oh, well, we almost want to spend as much time playing on LAN as we can, right? But if you can get a confident win, you can build up that confidence, that momentum, you keep going to the next round. Look, they're the ones trying to pull off a miracle run here. They're trying to run this upper bracket. They lost the first game of today. Yeah. They've had, what, 2 more games to play in the lower bracket, and they keep on winning. If they can keep going, I mean, what a run back to the final that would be.
And that could just stunt an entire attack, because that dirt, if you go for kitchen hatch, dirt is kind of the typically preferred way, or main stairs. That Meister's going to shut it off completely and be available for that late game if they don't push. Team Echo starting to make their pressure towards dirt. Apex is going to be the first to fall as Tango gets their first kill. R6 Ghost getting another though to keep that advantage.
Yep, gets an advantage, but unfortunately Team Blitz are going to lose one. They still have the advantage for the time being, but it is a 3-4. Plenty time still left on the clock for the attackers to get something off, but they are damn it, man. They equalize it, however. Zek takes out the Valk. But have they taken out any of the camps? Have they taken out any of the utility? They don't have much time, under a minute just remaining. They still have a lot of utility to get rid of.
Exactly, that's what I wanted to kind of bring to the point. You're looking at these players on the defense taking off, Fenrir, Valkyrie as well. These are players that their utility still goes active. This isn't like a Warden when it's dead, it's gone. Having those Valkyrie cameras gives that passive information. You can see right there, Teng Hao is only on those cameras, just like Fenrir is as well, and the Fenrir gadget backs it up. C4 goes up, but doesn't find its mark, and 30 seconds left. 3 players on either side, and they're going to have to make this push. The gadget over towards those main stairs is opened, and it means that they know exactly where they're coming from. The kitchen players might have to look for this hatch.
All that Team Blitz have to do is just hold angles. They just have to hold on for a little bit longer, and that's a good way to start it. 3 people left on the side of Team Blitz. Are we going to get a swing out as well? We are, but it isn't going to be in favor of Blitz. 5 seconds remain. The plant needs to go down.
Case. No case.
1v1, there is no case. And due to time. That's how that's going to end.
The hatch play, we talked about these choke points. That's where that player lost, that's where that team lost that round, because that hatch had the diffuser.
The drones coming out onto construction there, like we mentioned, it's such a vital place for you to take control of on this site. But so far it doesn't look like they've quite got it just yet. Buck is going to drop, try to pick off anyone holding this construction. Doesn't seem like he is going to find anyone for the time being. But the castle is low, holding 20 HP. So Team Echo, do they have the advantage HP-wise? Yes, but it's all about how they use that.
And right now, R6 Ghost is not going to be able to find those hits, and Apex is there to clean it out. Cash is dealt with, construction is taken, and Team Blitz, they have to feel really horrible about that, because now this site execute can come through. Fake gotta face it though, have an answer of their own, and it's down to DFG, May, I believe.
Yup, sitting in bathroom. Has to be pushed, but he is going to get one. It is now a 2 versus 1. Diffuser has been planted, but it doesn't matter. Reese is going to finish out.
These have just started going off, and Jacuzzi most likely being opened up.
Yeah, this is all just going to be about who can take the first pick, and that's going to be Team Blitz. They now have the man advantage. They might be able to find the foot through the hole as well, and they can. And they further their man advantage. 5 versus 3 right now. But wait. They've lost one of their own. Team Echo are fighting back, but they've still got a long way to go. Are we going to see any kill come out onto red stairs?
Not at the moment. Nobody playing there. Apex doesn't know. This means there isn't information down there that's being held, which means they're aware that these roamers of elites can still cause these issues, but they don't know where. That Jacuzzi side, they've rotated off. There's no way they're getting that now that the Thatcher, that Thermite is dead. And that's a massive kill in favor of the defense because they've just shut down all the momentum the attackers had. Now what you see, they've got to go through these choke points. They spot a player, but don't find the kill.
You know, sometimes it's about literally just making that decision not to shoot. Don't give away your position.
But they've
And
just
just
been
wait until
shooting
you've
for a
got it.
while.
Yeah, that's also true. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we've only got 55 seconds left, so maybe at that point, you should be shooting when you can. But he's fine for now. As long as he sets out there and plays with his team, he should be fine. But here is a kill onto that Mozzie. There's the equalizer for Team Echo. 40 seconds remain on the clock. Can we find another? We can. Team Blitz take the lead again. Pretty comfortable right now, but they just have to make sure that they don't get knocked out.
Yes, and now, like you say, Arkuv on their own. 30 seconds left, 3 players to kill. And in construction, the defenders know exactly where they are. They're going to have to isolate these 1v1s. Look towards bathroom, look towards gym. They don't know where the players are. Spot one behind the chassis. Don't find the kill. Then the bathroom player peeks. And the player over the wall says, will cause the issues. 13 seconds, they have to push. They can't go for it. They find R6 Ghost. Look for the second, but Archive can't find the second. And that's going to be May taking out the last 2 attackers. Very good fashion. And again, another round to the side of Team Blitz. Almost 1 minute left on the clock, and that hatching kitchen is still shut, which means that that's really not going to get opened up. The attackers are going to have to go for a different push. So the player, 2 players have dropped over to Moto. One's about to push down this blue side. They're going to pinch this player in blue, and then that can really shut off the rotations from Armory. Look for the water to find the kill onto R6 Ghost. Don't know there's anyone else there, but the Armory player, the case doesn't get the kill. It's going to be Tang Ho who does. And now a flurry of frags here.
2 versus 3. Make that a 1 versus 3. Team Blitz, they sit comfortably onto site. Can't they find this one player? There's no point in them pushing it for now, but it doesn't matter. They have the aim, and they're going to close out that game comfortably. All their defense rounds that they've won pretty comfortably.
Ready to deal with it if it was a construction-sided push. 2 minutes down, 2 minutes on the clock, sorry. And while we see that main breach get opened up, question is where will Echo go now?
Yeah, definitely. That main breach is going to be huge. If they can get that opened up fully, there is so many angles that you can get off of that. Now, Team Blitz obviously down a man. They're not going to be able to play as many angles. They're down another, as Fade God is going to get one, but they returned the favor. It's a 4 versus 3. The plant is going down on site. This is an aggressive plant here. The Thermite gets the plant down, and now Team Blitz, they're forced to rush back to site and just get a complete wipe as soon as possible.
Yeah, and unlike that last round, they don't have a warden, so the defenders have now become the attackers, and the attackers vice versa. But you look at this, like I say, this is the cutoff angle. They are going to hold this, and they're going to force the defenders into such awkward positions. These Maverick lines of sight really coming in huge as Zeke gets another kill with R6 Ghost getting a trade. They can get that, but the Grim Bees are giving it away. The Bees have stung. But it's going to be Archive taking it down as Reese closes out that round. A very nice attack for Team Echo, and we've got to say, a much-needed one as they start staring down their defensive side. Looking for this coordination, like you say, they want to go for a crossfire, but as Elites backs off, Apex is quite possibly in a 1 versus 1 scenario. Why? Because construction is starting to get a bit of pressure on it. C4 will go out, but Atengo is going to find that kill onto Arcov. Lumens finds Zeke, and now Apex down below. Well, what are they going to do? How are they going to help out? Yes, they can maybe catch a player at the back, but the timing.
Apex knows someone is there. Are they going to be able to get the angle? No, they move away. And Team Blitz, they take it comfortably again. I mean, Jim, they lost once, and now it's just night and day.
Yeah, Team Blitz, that was it. That was a really well played one on there. Dirt push. This can go horribly wrong.
Yeah, I mean, Team Echo, they're just going to get pushed from everywhere. It's just how they kind of position themselves at this point. They're sitting comfortably, but for how long? The Buck got the skeleton key activated. The Blitz is coming out pretty aggressively. Isn't going to pick off one, but instead help his team to gain 2. There's that advantage. Gains another as well, but wait, a kill comes out. They're down as well, but the Blitz is going to get the flash off and is going to get the kill as well. That was close. However, are we going to see a combat? Maybe it's a 1 versus 1. It's a Blitz versus the Capcan that we were on about. The Blitz gets the flash out, but the defenders, they're going to win that against all odds.
How do they win that? Look at this, full flashed. Are they just able to land that shot? A huge effort from Capcan to bring things down.
And of maybe pushing through. Instead, no, the breach is going to go out. That wall is going to open even further. Put some more pressure on this player sitting in construction.
Yeah, the tier defense really coming in. Apex is now pulled back and is playing by the construction door. They're safe from window. They have the Azami to work with, and they can now cover towards this cash side. That wall for cash can get opened up, and it doesn't matter because they still have that Azami. They have time to back up. They spot the crouch peek. They go for the kill. They're able to find it as Mega's taken down. They look for a second. They get Ghost and pull back. That's all they need at halfway.
Apex just needs to sit comfortably now. Done his job. He can sit, hold sight. Don't push anything too stupid. You have 1 minute 20. There's a lot of time for Team Blitz to still do something here. They're not necessarily out of the game yet. They are just down 1 man. But it is going to be pretty tough, especially like you mentioned with all of the util.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Castle barricades, taking out Selma barricade, taking out Selma charges from that ace, making it really difficult to get that utility where it needs to be. God's going to make it even harder as Lumens gets taken down. That ace is removed as well as the castle with the UMP. I've talked about it before being a not great gun at close range, but it can hit. Now 50 seconds ticking on the clock. A 2 versus 4. Case not in hand, but Elise is able to find down Fade God. In doing so, Castle's gone. You're bringing it back. You're starting. And as Teng Hao moves into Logi, they know that the player of Nomad is moving in as the prox mine goes. The bullets go, dude, do they know they're prone? They are going to. Elite is able to win that gunfight, and the players towards main stairs have to be ready to deal with this. 30 seconds, the push comes through.
To 2 versus 2, make that a 2 versus 1, and the defense just cleaned that there absolutely beautifully. That did not look like it was really going that way. The attack looked like they had so much.
Yeah, the passion coming out at the end there, though. If they can deal with these roamers, that's it. It's over. But like you see, as Apex comes back to site, it doesn't look like they're really going to do much else. I feel like the bait for the C4 and Logi's over. They might peek it, but they're going to wait for this execute over towards construction. If that goes through, the drop follows. You're taking 2 gunfights at once, which is why when the flashbang goes out, the player's watching it. Elise finds the kill. Reese will get the trade.
Yep, an equal game, and there's still a good amount of time left. So Team Blitz, they have plenty time to work with. They have not so much utility-wise, but that buck could be absolutely crazy, opening all these soft walls, giving you line of sight onto the site. But is that a fall that we see?
Yeah.
Is that a fall?
That is a fall off the roof.
At the R6 community LAN.
The audacity of Lumens there. On the stage as well.
Shame.
Shame.
Oh, it was bound to happen. The
I mean,
whiff was bound to happen.
Someone's got to do it. We talked about it already. Now, Team Echo are using as much of the time that they have. They've got that player even count, so they don't have Apex, but they have the Valk cams in pocket. They're holding the position, they're waiting, because Blitz need to make this push. But it's going to be Reese pushing down those main stairs, getting that kill and giving the advantage. 30 seconds left, time firmly in favor of the defenders. Let's see what happens.
Yep, just waiting for this to play out. We do have hold of construction on the attacking side, but with 25 seconds left, we are going to have to push onto site. We tried there, but Zek with a shotgun as well onto that Thatcher eliminates him. 15 seconds left on the clock, and it is just a 1 versus 4 at this rate. It's the man who fell against the rest of Team Echo. Can he find one here? He is going to injure one, but essentially there's not enough time. He would have to jump now. He doesn't have diffuser. That is going to go in the favor of the defenders.
Yes, stall out, not going to be good for Blitz.
Yeah, if this Blitz dies here, Zwitch is looking maybe likely. Can the Blitz land his shots? He can, and the Oryx is out of the game. The Oryx just misses the dash, and that's going to allow Team Blitz to get onto site, but they lose one of their own. They are down a man. They still have the man advantage, however, and they do have that verticality to play with.
But look at it, they're so uncomfortable. Apex does not know where they want to play, where they'll be safe. They're aware of the verticality, they're aware of dirt, and they're aware of main. They are in a very awkward situation. They can't take these gunfights on their terms. And in doing so, this means they have to get aggressive. They have to find the pick, but Lumens is going to shut that down. 30 seconds left, the attackers are going to make their move.
The Blitz on awful low HP, but essentially it doesn't matter. It's a 2 versus 4. That shield is up. It's being an absolute nuisance, but there's only 20 seconds left. We need to get the case down, and with a 4v1, it's looking very likely that's just going to be a wipe. The case is going to try go down. Doesn't matter. We get the final kill, and that was just pure bliss.
Team Blitz are 1 round away from sending Team Echo home and to the 10-man lobby in the sky as they go onto match point in this game to look at playing Team Fuse as we go any further, and then hopefully going to face Team Deimos. Now, one thing in that round is that main stairs control. That stayed, that was permanent, that was perfect. Because what you saw then, we saw 2 1v1s. We saw 2v1. Those yellow pings make the Beware and Melusi. They back up because they know that position is untenable as soon as they hear that skeleton key. So they back up, half the round left. Team Blitz feeling very in control. They have construction, they haven't got the wall open, but they know there's going to be a player behind that chassis. Apex is going to be the one who finds Cheng Hao. And now, with the Cade over towards Red, will have that C4 in pocket, will be looking for another kill, but as time ticks down, Reese takes damage. And now, a 3 versus 4 in favor of the defense. Fade God with the Kapkan going to find elites from the grave. And now the push starts to come through. Look at that crossfire.
The crossfire is going to pick off one and not giving Kapkan the respect he deserves. It's going to bring your man down. There's a C4 as well. Team Echo have just managed to hold onto it. It's still a 4 versus 1. It's very favourable for Team Echo, but you never know. This Buck has plenty of opportunities to get out of stick situations, like I mentioned, but the time is ticking. There's a jump out on the window. The Buck is going to find one more kill. Can he add another to it? Shoots through the wall, is not going to find any heads there. Has to pick up the case. There's only 40 seconds left on the clock. Has to do something. There's someone at the top of Red. He's going to take a lot of damage. Only 15 HP to his name. Throws at the flash. Throws another as well. Tries to make his way onto site, and he's just annihilated. Going to kick us off with the first kill of the game. A minute 50 and Team Blitz could take this comfortably. Only time is going to tell. It's going to be about who can get hold of construction, but there's angles on that as well. Apex is going to take out the Buck. That skeleton key is gone. We cannot use that no longer. And the Nomad on 32 HP.
Time ticking in favor of the defense, as it always does. Apex with the C4 is going to get that player advantage. And now, like you say, it's down to a 3 versus 4. They don't have any real control on the map at the moment. They have that roof, they have those windows, but they haven't moved in. That's why players going down below. You see one over towards that red stairs, one towards main lobby. The thing is here, though, as while Lumens will find Arkuv and even the score count, they have a minute left to make this execute onto site. They don't have Jacuzzi Wall, they don't have construction. They've got a very, very big ask ahead of them. It is going to come up at all frags, in my opinion. Question is, where do we go from? If we see them go through this construction door, they're liable to Kapkans. They're liable to just C4s. They're liable to players being aware of this, especially if we see Apex push out on this one, realizing they can get the bathroom. The player starts to peek. They look for the shot. It isn't there.
There's so much pressure on the line and the time is just ticking down. Who is going to find a kill that gives the team a man advantage? 30 seconds left on the clock as we look onto site. Damage goes out onto the castle. The castle still lives for the time being. But wait, there's one down on the attack. The defenders are holding onto site strong. That castle 30 HP, but he is still alive. He's still hanging in there. 14 seconds left. Team Blitz have to move now, and move now they are trying to do. They've got an angle, but they can't hit it. And defenders, they win that just by the skin of their teeth.
OT, overtime for Team Echo, who I was set 6-4 down.
Has fallen. There's not a single bit, I don't say there's not a single bit of HP lost, but the Warden has found himself in a gunfight. But what is this? So has the Kapkan. The Buck drops hatch, and there's one gone from the side of Team Echo. The defenders, now they lose a man, and site is that little bit more vulnerable.
Yes, and like you say, that Kapkan's dropped off, so they're dead. That was really well played from Cheng Hao. Really good addition to the kill count on that one, because that late round has been taken away. But like you say, Util's still there, which is why Elise is going to have a bit of a shift just to kind of let people be aware that there are Kapkan traps, and if they spot them, give them out the info. Apex over on Rafters, very comfortable in this situation. Believe me, I know, I've seen them play it for years. They will hold that position till they die. They will only move if they have to. And with time ticking down, with 30 seconds left, 4 players on the defense, 5 on the attack, as R6 Ghost is able to make it down to 3 on the defense. Reese has an answer, and the execute on the site comes through from Lumens. 3 versus 2, the reload on the TCSG follows, and the attackers have stalled out with 15 seconds left.
Team Echo, they're holding on to site strong. Arkuv with a double kill this game, but he is going to find himself defeated at the top of Red. Team Blitz, they have to do something now. The case is dropped, and the attackers are going to win that.
Yeah, because they downed that first player going construction, getting the case. But immediately as they done that, the refrag came through. That was just positioning, knowing where the team were going to be, and that is some really good trust at that point, because that's covered from that hatch. They can see the drop, but they can't be seen from the hatch itself. A minute left on the clock, 10 players in the lobby. It is going to be a bloodbath. It is going to be an amazing one. And, well, as time ticks down, I can only wait to hear that dinner bell. Teng Hao gonna kick things off, taking off Reese, and Lek, take it away as there's an answer.
There is the equalizer. It's a 4 versus 4. 30 seconds remain, but it's now a 3 versus 4. Team Blitz, they're holding on. They're holding sight absolutely perfectly. They're just letting Team Echo swing and push fall into their line of sight, and that's exactly what is happening as we pick off 2, pick off 3. Team Blitz, absolute cinema. They hold that sight beautifully. They don't swing anything they don't need to, and they win it just with a landslide.
Incredibly well played. They will knock out Team Echo, who are now going home. They are not going to progress any further, but they do not have to go home just yet, because they can stick around in the arena, play some 10-mans, and probably just kind of work out that aggression. Very well played for both of them. I mean, that wasn't max OT, but it could have been. I'm really, really impressed with how both teams played. They were smart, they were aware of the other team, and most importantly, there was synergy. They worked together, and there's nothing more you could really ask for. You can hold your head up high and say that you did the absolute best that you could do. But Lecky, that is that game on Clubhouse.